this year by class dates. And so we're trying to rotate every 2 years so that they do not get burned out. So that's what class structure is all about.
Every three?
Yeah.
Good. So I'm going to stop right there with the trustees too.
Okay.
So any questions about the trustees, because they are that part of that corporate body of the church as well, as that makes kind of the official then core leadership in the way of the corporation of the church. Any questions about the trustees and those who are serving on it? So I'm going to ask for the vote, just for the trustees, that we vote in those members of the as your trustees. Ready? All in favor say yes.
Yes.
Any opposition? So it is. We just elected the trustees.
Okay. SPRC, that's our staff parish group. In fact, if you're a member of the SPRC, maybe you want to stand right now, because those are the ones that are responsible for some of the paperwork that's included for the pastor later on, and we told them we would identify them now as we go. So Margie and Bill and Steve Kramer, Bob Gallegos, and Fred Davidson.
Stand up and say stand
There you
for
go.
just a moment.
That's actually the trustees, or the SPRC for this year, that has helped put all this together, they'll be talking about some of their work a little later on.
They are a support network for your pastor, so they are accompanying him along this way, encouraging and help to keep a focus in his ministry and to help him to fulfill the plan of ministry that he has and to do the evaluatory process of it and all. And so they're a team that really strengthens the staffing of the church as well, that goes beyond that. So should you ever have questions, want to know more about, want to have something that you need to communicate staff-wise, those are the people that are there for that purpose.
We may be looking to add one more to SPRC. We've got 5 that's listed on there. Judy, by lay leader default, is a member of the SPRC as well. So that's your 6th member that's on there. So we do have 2 per class year. We're looking for a 3-year rotation on that as well.
So there's an opening there that you want to extend one more in.
We'd like
Okay, and so I will be as well asking for this body to give permission for the administrative board, the church council, to be able to have the authority to fill that. But we'll continue on.
Okay, and then we move to finance. Finance we've got a very strong finance committee. Sam Latonis is chair, and the person that shares the same year with him is Pat Waldorf. Did I see Pat? No. Okay. Myron Kirkpatrick and Bob Lane. I know that Myron's here.
Myron's vice chair.
As vice chair, and we should stop briefly just to say something about that. That as we enter into the second year for someone who's chairing it, he brings the vice chair along, so that when he is done, the vice chair is ready to pick it up, so that there's no break in the continuity of the person that chairs the finance, because you don't want to start from ground zero again. So the vice chair comes along, and they share their plan and vision and the way that they do things. And if the church is satisfied with it, and if council is satisfied with it, then that's a very good reason to just keep this going even keel, if it's working. So that's a good point, Sam. Thank you. So we have Myron as the vice chair. Bob Lane is also on that committee. James Zulsdorf will be a new member. And then because of there's people that's on finance, because of their just position according to the Book of Discipline, the lay leader, pastor. If we had a business manager, they would be on it as well. So just so that you know that there are others that are on finance, but according to the Book of Discipline.
Like treasurer, financial secretary.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's our finance committee for the upcoming year.
And now I'd like to turn to the next side of the page. We're only going to look at those right now anyway, who are the core lessons. Okay. Like, for instance, lay leader, lay delegate to annual conference, and alternates there as well as the nominee.
Right.
So guide us through those.
Again, the lay leader, Judy has agreed, even though this is it's a very tough position to be a lay leader in any church, and be a lay leader for any part of the body. because you get to hear it from the pastor, and you get to, sometimes you feel like you're picking up the church on your back and carrying it, because I'm always asking, have you done this? Have you accomplished that? Who do you have for that? And it's a difficult position. It's a call to ministry, though.
Yes.
That's the one thing that you have to know, that the person that steps up into this position feels called to be there. And so that's what makes it easier for her. And so, you know, that I have a deep appreciation for a lay leader and utmost trust and capabilities in what she does. And, you know, that without that trust, then this whole system, kind of the wheels comes off of it for me anyway. So
It's good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Then,
Yes.
as far as the
Yeah,
lay,
here's a
you want to
question.
talk about?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What I see absent here is our new lay minister.
Not
No.
yet. You don't.
We'll be there.
We're gonna get there.
And my question is,
Yeah.
would the lay minister
Right.
work with the lay leader?
We had a session about that this evening too, to clarify that, and that's something that's continuing to be clarified as this is new here at Mesquite Church. And there's a working relationships that they have, but a distinction. There's a distinct way of serving that between the lay leader and the CLM, the certified lay minister. And you will be hearing more and more in time to come that'll help that.
Yeah.
Good question to ask, keep seeking it and asking more questions as you see a need to.
All I can say is, man, are we blessed.
Yeah.
You are. We're gonna get more to that.
Yeah,
in a
and
bit.
that will be addressed, because we have to, actually, this body has to serve, to acknowledge that as well.
Yes, yeah.
So, as we continue on, we've got our lay leader, Judy Adams. Do you want to vote on that individually? Okay. And then our lay delegate to annual conference, Rich Johansson, went with me this year. He has said that, at this point in time, that he would like to do it again. And, so, the conversations down at conference are, you know, you have to be there, be attentive, and you have to have that desire to want to do that, and Rich does it. It's,
Awesome.
yes, and then we elect our alternates, so something happens, something come up, he can't make it, he can't go. We also have to have the alternates to annual conference ready to go, and you have to vote on those as well.
Yeah.
And that would be Judy or Gary.
So let's, yes.
It may be this year, as we look at the statistical report, that we are right on the bubble as to whether we have one or two lay delegates.
Okay. So
And, yes,
that the one could become two, and one of the alternates might be asked to step in,
yes,
even as you do the filling of that.
yeah.
Okay.
So we won't know that for a little bit longer.
So they're on the edge of their seats.
We're right on the edge, yeah.
Good deal.
Is that driven by?
It's a number.
The congregation?
The numbers of members
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the numbers of pastors.
yeah,
So one pastor, one lay delegate, until the membership number goes over a certain number.
yeah. And when we hit that 100 and whatever it is, 57,
I'm sorry, I
or
don't know.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
and I will look at that when we
Yeah.
do the statistical reports, and we will find out exactly where we're at.
Yeah.
And see, that may change if we bring other people into between now and the time to do this.
Like the first of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, between now and the first of the year.
That's why I can't tell you yet, but I know that we're gonna be like real close, real close.
So all of those names now, those positions, just those pieces that we just, that Pastor Rick just named from that backside, which is the alternates and the lay delegates to annual, or lay members to annual conference and the lay leader, and then on the previous side that goes through finance and SPRC. Those are the ones that we're right now going to vote upon as the lead, as those leadership teams. Any questions? All in favor say yes.
Yes.
Any opposition? All right, so it is. Now, the last little group there that we really need to officially vote upon is that nominations group.
Yeah.
At the very, very end.
There we go. Nominating committee. Yeah, the nominating committee is the committee that's responsible for, the full name of the committee is Nominations and Leadership Development. So it's an important piece of the puzzle. What we nominating does is we try to identify the leadership, the gifts of the people that are in the congregation. To that end, Steve was at, Stephen List, who's on this this was right here. We are re-energizing the spiritual gifts, and I see that they're starting to show up. Council has covenanted with me, partnered with me, and made a covenant that they would fill these out, and every person that's on this list is going to be there, so we can also get the congregation, so that when we start looking for who we need, that we need people on finance that are not just gifted in numbers. We need some that are gifted in faith. And so and as we look for all of the committees that we're trying to fill here, we want all the spiritual gifts. And so Steve is trying to get a database together. He loves spreadsheets. That when we say that we need somebody to serve on this committee, he said, here's your name, and we need someone gifted whose spiritual gift is this. And they have an interest in it. He'll tell you not just, here's 15 people that you should choose from.
Ooh, that's quite an asset there to have,
It is.
just that kind of an inventory. Excellent.
So the nomination committee is, nominating is Karen Wiegand, Jim Norris, Steve Bliss,
Warren.
I'm sorry. Warren Wiegand,
Right there.
I say Karen so much it's automatic.
I'm used to
Come on, Warren.
I'm used to second.
You know what? You guys are starting to look alike.
If you're like,
Yes, they do.
yes, yeah.
Okay, Warren Wiegand, Jim Norris, Steve Bliss, Trish Killian, Jim Higbee, and Judy Adams. These are our nominees.
Excellent, excellent. Any questions about your nominating committee that's there? Let's vote them in. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
Any opposition? So it is. Excellent. Let me think here. Now, yes. Now, we turn back a page, and you're going to see on there spiritual growth, mission, worship, okay? Those are all, and then on the other side, you have memorial and endowment, fellowship, membership, Friday folders. These are servants, UMM and UMW, all, and info, tech, and historian. Okay. Now, those are all servant ministry teams that are there. We acknowledge them, we honor them, we thank them for the service that they're doing. We're not making action on them or voting for them because they're not that elected body. Doesn't diminish what they're doing. In fact, they're incredibly vital for the life of this church and for what's happening. So we honor them as well. In other ways and other times as well that you do that. But they're listed here for your purpose of knowing who they are, knowing who to connect with for different ministries, and also to be holding them in prayer.
And I think we should affirm their ministries right
Yes.
now. We should, and thank you for all.
Yes.
There's going to be a special recognition on here someplace for music director. I don't know why.
Yes.
They are servants, so thank you. Okay,
Thank you,
so.
Kathy.
Yes, Kathy. Yay. Yes.
Phyllis, would you come and share a bit about the lay servant ministry?
You know, we have in this room, who has gone through any part of either the old lay speaking ministry or the new lay servant ministry, any of the trainings. Okay? I know that we have one, we're going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. Oh, and another back there, all right.
Good.
Those are people you can ask about it. That ministry's been a little bit dormant in the last year or so. We have Allie Lakey, who some of you may remember was the lay conference or the district lay leader for a while, who was active in UMW. She is going to be taking that on now to be the coordinator of the North District. And so I think knowing Allie and the way that she does everything so beautifully, that we're going to have a new curriculum out fairly quickly. And I'll be communicating that to Judy, and she'll be letting you know. I encourage you, whether you want to go through the whole session or to be certified or not, it is a wonderful opportunity to become educated about our church, about ways to do mission. For new members, people that have particularly never been a part of the Methodist Church, I encourage you to get those new members in, to encourage them to go. There's some real basic teaching about how we do worship, the reasons we do worship the way we do. There's actually a formula for how that works. Lots of things about mission. There's just lots of great teaching. We're going to be trying to do more and more of that throughout our district, and so I just encourage you in that. but we want to do a little bit more about that now. Is this
Yes,
a
we
good
are.
time?
This is it. And so we asked Gary to step up here with us as well. So a part and an extension of and going even further with lay servant ministry is certified lay ministry, which is just a total advancement of all of that, because you have been active in the lay servant ministry, part of that.
Yes.
And then you went onward much further
Much
with
further.
many more studies and personal reflection about callings into ministry as a layperson. And the church, I know, will be discovering more of what does that mean? And that'll be coming up more and more. But this will say some of that right here. This is a moment that we have to recognize Gary in this, but a service in which it is kind of like a commissioning. Not kind of like, it is. So lay preachers, exhorters, and class leaders have served the church since the earliest days. The United Methodist Church has recognized the historic call to ministry of all believers and has officially established the role of certified lay minister. A certified lay minister is a qualified United Methodist layperson called to congregational leadership as part of a ministry team under the supervision of a clergy person, Reverend Rick Casebold, to further the growth, mission, and connectional thrust of the United Methodist Church. The certified lay minister is provided with training, support, supervision, accountability, while serving to enhance the quality of ministry to small membership churches and to expand team ministry in other churches. The certified lay minister may be assigned as a congregational leader of a small church, as a part of the ministry of a larger circuit or parish, as a part of a specific cultural or ethnic group ministry, or as a staff person of a large church. That means there's many opportunities for a certified lay minister in which they serve. And that happens through the superintendent and the pastorate of the local